Hi you guys, welcome to a new episode of Food and the Single Guy with me, your very own AMARU. On this episode of Food and the Single Guy, you guys, I am going to prepare a traditional Surinamese beverage, and in my country, we call it djindja biri. Yes, and in English, that translates to ginger beer. Now mind you, even though it's called ginger beer, this beverage does not contain any alcohol. And also, it should not be confused with the ginger ale that they sell at the supermarket. Now, as per usual, I am posting all the ingredients in the video description box below this video for your convenience. Alright? Good. Let's get to it. So the first thing you need to do is to cut up the ginger into chunks like so. And then you blend them to a pulp in your blender. In the good old days, they used a simple grater to grate the ginger with. And I can tell you that bits and pieces of knuckle and fingernail also disappeared into the batch of ginger. Yeah. Now add a little bit of water to the ginger when blending it. This is going to help the ginger to move around in the blender so it doesn't get stuck to the blades. Mind you, don't add too much water. Just a little bit like so. After blending, you should end up with a consistency that looks a little something like this. Okay, when you're done blending your ginger, the next thing you need to do is to take your cloth and put it into a bucket or a large bowl, upon which you will pour all the blended ginger into the bucket or the large bowl, and then you will pour boiling water onto the ginger. Now, the cloth is going to function as a strainer or a sieve. By the way, let me recommend a bucket instead of a large bowl because you will have to finish this drink with some sugar, for which you will need plenty of room to stir. Okay, you guys, like I said before, after blending your ginger, you will have to pour boiling water over it and have that sit overnight. The next day, you will need to remove the cloth from the bucket and squeeze the excess water from the ginger like this. Now after that, it is time to finish your beverage with some sugar and some citric acid to your own taste. Make sure to give it a good stir to dissolve both the sugar and the citric acid. Now the citric acid is going to add balance to the ginger beer. And make sure to add just enough to have an equal balance of sweet and sour, so to speak. And finally, add the pear essence, the cloves, and the pimento corns and give it a good stir. So, if the taste is to your liking, pour some of your freshly brewed ginger beer into a pitcher and chill it before consumption. And do be careful when you consume this beverage because it's one of those ones that you can choke on easily. And ginger beer is not a good beverage to choke on. And that's it really, you guys. It's not that hard. If you do decide to give this one a try, let me know how it turned out, okay? I'm curious to know. It is delicious. Okay, you guys, and now for the final installment of this video, I'm gonna remove the lid. And as you can see, the beverage has now turned to a very light, clear, almost transparent brownish color. That is because of the pulp that is not visible to the naked eye. The pulp has sunk to the bottom, okay? And this is the way it should look. Now, mind you, when you serve this, don't go stirring it because it's the pulp that's giving the beverage its fiery and kind of peppery taste, okay? Some people like that, but, you know, I choose to leave it like this because it looks nicer. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my glass, I'm going to take a ladle, and I'm going to try my ginger beer. So here we go. Cheers. Absolutely delicious. And let me tell you, this thing has nothing on my ginger beer. Okay? Now I hope you'll try it. Let me know how it turned out. And I thank you for watching yet another one of my videos. Have a good one.